Hello, and hello once more, dear and wonderful zine friends. Welcome back to Happy Mail Monday. If you're new here, welcome. Virtual hugs, virtual cookies, all the good stuff. I am your resident zine enthusiast, Silvernix, hanging out in rural Australia, showing you the amazing and awesome mail that has arrived in my post box. Welcome. I'm here. I'm reasonably calm. I mean, there's mail to open, so... and I have my cuppa. Warm drink on a cold day. No, cool day. Coldish. Anyway. The zine cave gets, any and all, afternoon sun, so it can get pretty toasty in here despite being almost winter. And speaking of almost winter, I am not coping with the fact that this is the last Monday of May. And I am very sorry if I was the person who made you realize that or has given you this information without warning, because I know it was a bit of a shocker to me. I'm not ready for June. I'm not ready. But that said, I'm not ready for June, but I do, I have been really sooking a bit with myself in regards to not working on my novel. So I have a bit of a writing challenge that I'm going to attempt to do next month. So crossing fingers. We'll see how that goes. I mean, knock on wood that there won't be another month where I'm suddenly knocked out for days in a row because Emmy decides to flare up or something like that. Anyway, so so that's me. Generally unprepared for my own existence and definitely not ready for June, but here we are anyway, and bringing light to my days. Mail. I love the mail. And I love the mail because it's often zine mail. But I love the mail anyway. Because I'm still thinking about, when I'm more financially chill, I guess. I am thinking about doing some sort of subscription or something. Maybe to a stationery box or something. I don't want to sub to something for the sake of subbing to something. But, yeah, we'll see. But if you have any suggestions of cool sub boxes you know of in Australia, let me know. I know that there's one that does books, but my to be read stack of books, it's getting up there with the to be read stack of zines. So no books as such, but stationery, food maybe. I mean, yeah. Obviously zines. But again, it's kind of I do have oodles of zines. Anyway, so open to suggestions. Anyway, hello. How are you? I feel like I don't ask that enough. I don't ask how are you. I just ramble on about me. I'm very sorry about that. How are you? I hope you're well. I hope you're doing pretty chill. I know it's kind of end of May is a bit of a transition period as far as seasons, kind of getting into summer or getting into winter, and in the States, the kids either have already or will be soon getting out of school and all that stuff. So how are you doing? Remember to prepare with an extra cup of tea or coffee or warm or cold drink of your choice. Take deep breaths. You got this. So. I don't know what this is today. I don't know what this mood is, but it's not bad, so I'll take it. So, here we go. We've got some mail. The first up is all the way from Japan. Longtime zine friend Craig. Dun, 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 who tapes the mail very, very well. So, anyway, I do have a bit to prattle on. I mean, I could prattle on about Craig anyway. Just really sweet, almost shy kind of person. Just really, really super nice, super supportive, very creative. Writes the Zine series 5 o'clock in Tokyo, as well as has made a number of other zines. And speaking of other zines, if you're interested, Craig currently has a call for submissions for a zine about journaling and notebooks and stuff like that. It's fairly open, kind of an open call as far as what you want to write about, like your journaling practice or what pens you like to use. What journals do you like? Why do you like them and not others? Like all of this fun stuff. And I mean, he's in Japan. He's like that. I mean, Japan has so much fun stationery. I'm so jealous. But yes, anyway, so definitely check the bits and bobs if you'd like to get involved in that. So yeah, putting together a zine about that, and it's funny. It was so funny. We were talking about it, just chatting about it, and he wanted to do something, and encouraged him because I'm like, yeah, hello, yes, please. All about the notebook love and stuff like that. I'm definitely a notebook enthusiast myself. I won't show you the not one but two cube drawers that I have full of notebooks and things. Anyway, so yeah, definitely check out the bits and bobs. And let's see. We check and to make sure we do not miss a note. No notes left behind. I should get that as a sticker. How fun would that be? I don't know if like anybody else would enjoy that, but I feel like a no notes left behind sticker would be fun. Funny. Or maybe it's me. I tend to have a bit of a different sense of humor to a lot of people, so anyway, then we have a note. Okay, so hello. I made this in March. I hope you enjoy it. All the best, Craig. Oh, I'm sure I will, because goodness, cough. Anyway, I'm sure I will enjoy it because we have, I love this, like they're different, like I don't know, I feel like I say I love something and then I love the direct opposite and everything, but that's just the zine world. You can love all of the things, like two things can be true at once. And like as much as I love like consistency in a zine, like you can see behind me in this box here is a long line of xerography debt. And while there are a few different ones, like one's just a piece of paper like letter size folded, it's for the most part consistent, like half letter, like letter size folded. So as much as I like consistency, I also like the sporadic kind of free-flowing nature of zines, like zine series like 5 o'clock in Tokyo, because there have been big ones and small ones, and here is number 8. Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure I've reviewed some 5 o'clock in Tokyo. Like I'm ridiculously behind in zine reviews. I will never be ahead. Never. Absolutely not. Anyway, so if I have reviewed any 5 o'clock in Tokyo, it will be in the description. But just yeah, definitely check out. Craig has 2 Instagram accounts, and I can't remember which off the top of my head has the call for submissions for the journal zine. But yeah, I'll list them both. Anyway, so here we go. 5 o'clock in Tokyo is Craig's zine. Sometimes there's like a theme for it, or they write down random thoughts, all of this stuff. And he's a big, like, he journals a lot and everything like that. I always love like looking, because he journals in A6, and I just find that to be such a small format. Like I'm an A5 girl, but like I love the idea of the A6 journal. Anyway, rambling so much. Read a bit of this. I've been documenting my daily life since October 2018. It started very simple. It started with recording what I'd read the previous day. Then within the month, I began talking about my day. This isn't the first time I've journaled my thoughts. I've been doing it for many years. However, this was the first time to do it as a daily practice. Oh, so this fits into the call for submissions. I'm wondering if making this zine actually inspired the call for submissions for that zine. So, oh my goodness me. I love it. And it's just like, again, zine can be anything, any like size, shape, everything, like all the things. And this is Craig's zine, and it's handwriting on the page. And like sometimes there'll be drawings, and sometimes there won't. There'll be quotes, and sometimes there'll be pictures. Sometimes there won't. Speaking of pictures, so yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Like, and this is number 8. I'm just reading this note here. Thank you for taking the time to read this zine. If you are interested in future issues, email me. And I think I could be wrong on this, but Craig's zines used to be available through the Pocket Thoughts Etsy, but I'm not sure if that's still true or not. But I'll check it out, and I will include the link if it's still available. We'll see. Anyway, so yeah, just, writing thoughts. Like, okay, I won't go on a huge ramble, but I'll just sum it up and just say I appreciate that people are still sharing their thoughts, because so many people get wrapped up in these darker thoughts, like berating themselves and saying that they don't have anything to share, anything to give. You always have something to give, because only you are seeing this life through your eyes, with your perspectives, with your thoughts, with your dreams, with your goals, with your struggles, with it's all you. And the more that we read about each other's lives and perspectives and everything like that, the more our own can grow. Like, it's all fine and well to like stay in like what do you call it when you're there's a word for it, but like, it's all fine and well to stay in a bubble where everybody tells you yes and you're fine and everything like that. But we need to experience things that are different to us, because how will we truly know ourselves and our wants and our needs and our loves and our passions and everything? Like, how can we truly know those things unless we've experienced other things? Because you may think that you love lemon poppy seed cake, and it's the only cake you will ever need in your life. But if you've not tried vanilla cake or red velvet or chocolate or black forest or if you've never tried any of those cakes, like, how can you have a well-rounded perspective? And I don't know why I went to cake, but anyway, this is one of the big reasons that I love zines, like getting other people's perspectives, because the moment we start thinking our perspective is the only perspective is the moment that we are in a lot of trouble. But anyway, thank you so much, Craig, for sending this. I'm so glad that you are making 5 o'clock in Tokyo still. I'm so glad that you're taking the time to send them to me. And I am so excited and glad for the upcoming journaling / notebooks / maybe even pens, zine, and all of that good stuff. So yay! Definitely check out the bits and bobs and get involved. It would be really exciting if that was a first zine for some people. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Thank you so very, very much, Craig. And next up, we have a new zine friend who has been very, very, very patiently waiting for me to open this. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody. Like, oh my goodness, I'm catching up. And the one thing I never thought I'd stress about, but like, I just don't want people to think like I'm ignoring them or putting any sort of preference on anything. I love all the mail, and I appreciate your patience. So, dun, 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 dun. And this has been made from a apricot wheats thing, which I think is alternatively known elsewhere as shreddies, or what are they called? But you can kind of see behind them shredded wheat bales things. I'm not sure who calls them. When you talk to people from around the world, and when you're from one country and you've moved to the other side of the planet, it's hard to keep track sometimes of where your words come from, where your language comes from. I was getting my blood taken the other day, and this woman, "Oh, what's your accent?" And I'm like, "America." She's like, "Oh my goodness, how long have you been here?" I'm like, "Almost 20 years." She's like, "And your accent is still so strong." Yeah. So yeah, Yeah, like, oh my goodness. Oh, and don't get me started on crisps versus fries versus chips versus crisps. Like, oh my goodness. So anyway, oh, so sorry. I'm rambling big time. So I don't know who calls them shreddies, Wheaties, wheat bales, wheats. Anyway, that's fun. It's a nice way to repurpose your cereal boxes and whatnot. And so let's start, and we have a note. Yay! Oh, how beautiful. Oh, that is, oof, I like it. Dear Silver, hi. Thank you for allowing me to trade zines with you. I hope you enjoy these. The post-surgery musings one and a sort of sweet riff on Goblin Market. Oh, okay. Both picked up at a local event by York Zine Fest. I hope they bring you joy and inspiration. Right now, it's a Sunday evening, very cold, and I'm looking at a perfect full moon, bright and yellow-white. Here's to feeling full. Warmest wishes, Anna Rose. Well, thank you so much, Anna. That is a gorgeous postcard, first of all. So thank you so much for that. My goodness. Oh, I was going to put it up, but I save letters I haven't replied to yet. So thank you so much. Oh my goodness. So Anna got in contact and they said, check out these different these zines. You can have your pick and that sort of thing. And one thing I picked, just because it seemed appropriate given the timing of my op, that wasn't like an open surgery or anything. But anyway, it was a day surgery. So 2 zines made post-surgery on codeine and morphine. Which, oh my goodness, this reminds someone... It was years ago. Someone made a zine about like the things I bought. Things I bought off eBay while taking, and it was some sort of painkiller. I think it was morphine. But anyway, so post float bloat. Oh my goodness! And these are like cardstock. You can hear I always like doing that. Post float bloat. Oh my goodness! It looks kind of like my CPAP. At least one of the CPAPs. I have a much smaller one now. Thank you. Oh. Where am I? In safe hands. Oh, goodness. I'm just remembering back to my wake up recently. So it's kind of like a comic, but like all over the place. Like, oh, I can feel my toes again. I can feel my butt. Oh, this is so perfect. I won't show you the whole thing as per usual, just in case you'd like to get your hands on it and have that first view kind of thrill. And then we have the second one, which is more like collage-y type. Oh my goodness. Makes me kind of wish that I'd done something like this while I was dealing with pain medication. Thank you. Have a nice day. Why? Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I'm so curious about these now because there isn't, I will try to find, but there doesn't seem to be any socials or anything. Local event by York Zine Fest. Well, I will try to track down the person who made them, but even so, those are really cool. And it reminds me, I have a bit of an open call myself. If you have any funny, they have to be funny because I want it to be lighthearted. And I don't mean like you have to be my level of comedy or anything, but they're not sad things. Funny things, ridiculous things. Because I wanted to put together a small zine about like my originally it was coming out of anesthetic for my stories, like me giving love hearts to everybody, that sort of thing. But it can be funny stories from the hospital, because I just think that's something I'd like to read, and I would have liked to have had with me in the waiting room, that sort of thing. So yeah, open call there if you'd like to participate in that. But yeah, that's reminds me a lot of that kind of that blurriness, like what's going on, everything's funny or everything's not funny and all that stuff. And then we have Welcome to the Midnight Market. You may be surprised by how quiet it is for a Saturday. No push chairs, no bags, no coffees to go, no buses to catch. Ooh, okay. See, the residents of this town are asleep for the day, after good knots over supper and late night radio plays. It may sound odd, but when the sun goes down, the market wakes up with all kinds of sounds. Ooh, that's fun. So it's in an accordion fold zine, and have Welcome to the Night Market, and then it unfolds, and you have this whole scene here. So when you unfold it, it's the whole thing, and I won't spoil it, but again, woo, that's so fun. And on the back we have the night market. Now this said it was a play on Anna's postcard said it was a play on the Goblin Market, but I don't know what that is. So please feel free to enlighten me in the comments if you know what the Goblin Market is. But otherwise, see, again, these can be anything, and this is so cool. Kind of a glossy, but not like, oh, my fingerprints are all over it, and just kind of this watercolory. It's an atmosphere, and I like it. And I will keep the back to myself. But oh my goodness. For a tradition like this was made for the dark. Ooh, it sounds like a line, like a good first line. Like, a tradition like this was made for the dark. That is like a good first line for a book. Ooh, my goodness. So, thank you so much, Anna. Thank you for reaching out and for trading zines and all of that good stuff. It's always good to find new art and everything like that. I do hope I can track down the makers of those zines, because as far as like and a sort of sweet, both picked up at a local event. So yes, sorry, I just want to make sure that I'm not I wasn't implying that you didn't make them if you made them, but they were picked up at a zine fest in York. So anyway, thank you so much for sending those along to me. They're gorgeous, especially the night market one. My goodness. So yes, lots of fun, and always great to make zine friend. And yes, thank you so much for your patience waiting for me to open those. So thank you so very much. And yeah, zine friend. And next up we have mail from Rachel, another person who has been from the UK as well, who has been very kindly and patiently waiting for me to open this lovely mail. And let's see what we have here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, checking for a note. All right, we're good. So we have WTH is 22Q. Information and support. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was holding that. You couldn't see the whole thing. And look, it's sewn binding. Cool. I like it. The only kind of binding I'll get a bit kind of snooty about, just because like I have a lot of zines, and like it kind of like it hurts to think like of one falling apart or something like that. I don't like rubber bands because they degrade, and I guess paper clips would be okay, but again, it's like, yeah. So that's like, the zine verse has no gatekeepers. Those are just my preferences, and like one of the very few things I'll be like, I prefer it this way. But anyway, random tangent. Here we go. And there's all kinds of resources on the back too, so that's cool. Intro. Hello. This is my first ever zine, and I'm proud of how it's turning out. Oh, that's so cool. Congratulations on your very first zine. That's always a fun moment. Let's see. After many different versions, I am happy to see what I am improving with making zines. For my first zine, I thought it would be best to do it all about my own syndrome, 22q 11.2 deletion syndrome. This has been my syndrome since birth, and there is currently no cure for it. I decided that I wanted to raise awareness of the syndrome, since even though it's the second most common syndrome besides Down syndrome, there are many people who haven't heard of it, including me. Who haven't heard of it. And then I lost my place, of course. My mom and I have even had to educate doctors about this syndrome. Goodness me. I want to use this zine to educate, inform others, and raise awareness of it. I hope this zine makes people more interested in this syndrome. Happy reading, Rachel. Okay. So we did talk a little bit about this on Instagram before Rachel sent it. But yeah, I'd never heard of it either. And it's so interesting that it's the second most common syndrome, and few people have heard about it. And it's always such a headache when you have to educate a doctor about something. I mean, if it's something rare, etc., then that happens and it's more understandable. But this is the second most common syndrome. So anyway, so what is 22q? 22q 11.2 deletion syndrome is derived from part of the 22nd chromosome, where a small part of the DNA arm is deleted when the baby develops in the womb. The syndrome can be varied depending on the person. Some can have little symptoms and not even know they have it, while others have various symptoms. Some people can go their whole lives without being diagnosed, as it hasn't affected them enough for them to notice the symptoms. It doesn't get passed down if the parent doesn't have it, if it is developed in the womb. However, if a person with 22q has children, the syndrome has a higher chance of passing the syndrome down to them. Oh my goodness. And so again, this is like, I would have never, it's very possible. Nobody can know everything. But anyway, it's very possible I would have never known about this or heard of this if not for this zine. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Knowledge, learning more. Symptoms are heart defects, facial differences, cleft palate, immune system issues, learning difficulties, hypocalcemia. Low calcium levels. Okay. Sorry. I wasn't sure what that word was. Palatal. The word? See? New word even. Palatal abnormalities. Apart from the cleft palate, other palatal abnormalities can contribute to speech and feeding difficulties and speech and language delays. Oh my goodness, it affects so much, and it's just, kidney abnormalities, behavioral and psychiatric issues. Oh my goodness. So that's like, and there's history of it too. The syndrome's underlying gene cause was unknown until the 1960s. Like you can learn so much from a zine. It says, boom. Like, I did not know this existed, and now I do. And I will learn more when I can sit down and read this properly. So thank you so much to Rachel for sending this along to me. I will have Rachel's information in the bits and bobs if you too are curious about 22q and everything that goes along with it, because you too may have not heard of it before. But if you had heard of it before, let me know in the comments. I'm very curious, and maybe perhaps somebody has it. I mean, obviously you choose whether or not you want to disclose any medical information about yourself in the comments. My goodness, I would never ask that of people. But anyway, so yeah, WTH is 22Q from Rachel in the UK. Thank you so much for sending that along. I'm really looking forward to sitting down and having like a closer focused read of your zine. And it's always nice to make a new zine friend. I really do. I love that you are building awareness and educating people, and you're doing it in zine form. It's just beautiful to me. So thank you so much for connecting with me. And last but never least, I'm so happy. Like, it was so funny because I was just thinking about this person the other day. We have mail from the one, the only Meditation Funnnies. Yay! Oh, this is so fun. I'm already telling you, like, I already know. It's so fun because I love this comic series. And yeah, I still remember it just coming from Elias out of the blue. I'm like, who is this from? And like, what's going on here? And then all of a sudden there's these comics, Meditation Funnnies. And I'm like, oh, what's this? And I'm checking it out. And I'm like, yes, love. Mwah. I even did like a mega review of a substantial number of them. So I will link that in the bits and bobs if you want to check out my review of the Meditation Funnnies series because I enjoy it so much. So let me tell you about Meditation Funnnies and some extras as well. So here we go. Meditation Funnnies, Lonely Place Productions. If you're not familiar, oh my gosh, you should like get familiar, please. I mean, I didn't mean that to sound rude. I hope it didn't sound rude. But anyway, Meditation Funnnies. I love it. You have the meditator, and then you have the little demon or the little thought gremlin or whatever you want to call it. Oh my goodness. And I have just loved this from the get-go because as someone who has tried meditating and like has those intrusive thoughts, like the little gremlin coming along, be like, poke. What you do? Poke. It just tickles me to no end. Oh my goodness. But it actually, but that's the thing too, like it's funny and it really tickles me, but the series has also introduced me to concepts that I haven't like known about, like the Dharma gate of joy and ease. But yeah, it's like meditation terms and things like that, and just a little bit more like Elias like gets into it, but like doesn't, it's not a sit down and listen, let's take out your books to study sort of thing. Like he just eases in some of the words and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, I don't know what that is, or I've never heard that before, and I can go and look it up, or I just sit like it's an invitation to learn, but it's not required to enjoy the comic. What do you want? More of this? I don't like. I mean, I can explain a lot of it, but some parts of it, it's just like, it's part of it just tickles me in a way that I just like it. Oh my goodness. And there's just so much of it. They don't like, some comics go across the whole spread, and some of them are one page only. But like, how relatable is this? Even if you're not meditating as such, like you sitting there and you just have a spare moment or whatever, a spare breath or whatnot, and like all these intrusive thoughts. And then you have this, and it's so fun. It's so fun. And not only that, like, look at that. Yes, that does say free. It's kind of crazy, but it's free. So yeah, all the details in the bits and bobs. I cannot recommend this highly enough. It just speaks to me in a certain way, and I love it, and it makes me happy. And like through letters, Elias and I have talked a little bit, and like I like the approachable way that Elias kind of touches on things like anxiety and intrusive thoughts and depression and stuff like that. It's kind of this, I wouldn't call it dark humor, but it's almost this kind of dry humor, which I just really appreciate. I think like mental health is, I mean, dare I make an assumption about you, Elias, but I dare say that mental health / mental illness awareness and things like that are important to us both. And I just like the touches on that, the approaches for that. And I just love the style. It's cute and fun, and like, can touch on serious things as well as funny things. I love it. Love it. Enough of my gushing. Oh my goodness. And then we have number 2 in the series of Funnnies, which is basically, again, it's that kind of dry, it's a kind of humor, and I don't want to keep saying dry, but I can't think of the name or the word that I'm actually thinking of. But it's just kind of there. It's doing its own thing. It's not going. That's gonna bother me, and I'm gonna think of it 5 minutes after I finish filming. But yeah, it's just Funnnies are extra comics for you. This is a bit of something. I can imagine like Elias just like sitting there and drawing and kind of doodling and like making meditation funnies, and then thinks of something and has to puts it in funnies, and eventually they all come together. Anyway, yeah, so I totally lost myself in the zine there for a minute. So there we go. That's Funnnies. And we also have an indefinite article, volume 2, number 4. I'm wondering if this is the same. Yes, it is. Because this is, okay, so that's volume 2, number 4, and this is volume 2, number 5. So we have this, an indefinite article. What percentage of mini zines are about how to make a mini zine? That's a good question. I've made one. Most people make one, don't they? Mostly mine were, I originally made one, What's All This Then? Which is a mini zine about making mini zine, or about what zines are. And I made it to hand out to my friends because I told them about how I was making zines, and they were all like, what's a zine? So anyway, so this has some zine reviews in it. Submissions wanted. Woo! So we have Studies in Calligraphy Volume 1. Studies in Calligraphy Volume 2. Oh, okay. Poem. Oh, it's my poetry zine. I'm like, somebody made a zine about calligraphy? The Great Known. Fancy Thick Paper. I ordered this book on account of how much I love this poet's collaboration with John Porcellino. The Stoneware Jug. Ooh. Casual, like a letter from a friend. Oh. My misses are in here. Misses from Murray Bridge. Silver Nicks, aka seagreenzines, updates friends with colorful handwritten monthly 2-pager. Every now and then I get a packet of them. Mail to about 9,000 miles away is expensive. Yeah, keeps me from a lot of mail, unfortunately. Freeform writing about whatever's happening. The currently section in which she tells us what she's watching, listening, playing, eating at the moment. And always Sudoku on the back. Points for sticking to a format and points for sticking to a schedule. Nix is also a reviewer, a big zine booster, a champion of meditation funnies, and a YouTuber. That's me. Yeah, I'm not that great at sticking to the schedule, but I try. Let's see. Oh, there's a random. My current fave way to cook potatoes. Get some little round ones, boil them, drain them, cool them, dry them, roll them, smash them, brown them. Throw in a few onions and peppers. Flip them over, brown the other side, boom. Nice. Kappa Sudoku books. Nice. I have one just right over here. Gardetto's special request, aka oops, all rye chips. Why don't they make the whole plane out of rye chips? Gardetto's took the best part of their MSG coated snack mix and filled the whole bag with it, creating the best gas station snack. Gardetto's. Oh my goodness, I loved Gardetto's. And so one time at a bonfire, there was a bag of them going around, and my aunt threw some in the fire and they went woof, and they were like, what are in these things? And so we kind of stopped eating Gardettos. Oh, best gas station beverage, Lime Perrier. Hat Shrapnel is a freeform radio at its finest. Ooh. Dropkick Daily is a pro wrestling fanzine. Ooh, okay. I used to be so into WWE back when it was WWF. Manifesto of Surrealism, a zine for Finnish Friendship Day. Oh, that's so sweet. According to this, in the 80s, Finns started sending their friends handmade gifts on Valentine's Day. This is simply a bit of the Surrealist Manifesto in celebration of a century of getting weird, with a nice photo collage cover recommended. Aww. The best things in life are free. Lyrics to the song from the musical Good News. Aww. The East Colfax Free Bookstore. Node Pajomo, addresses zine reviews, Xerox Expressionism, addresses of mail artists and people who trade things, random bits of mail art. This is definitely the last issue. Contains a little history, an index of previous issues, and a cover gallery. If you review this zine, please make it clear that if you don't already have a copy, you probably aren't getting one. Recommended anyway. Isn't that the way in the zine world? Sometimes it's just the moment you find it is like, oh, it was gone 5 years ago. Whew. How to Love, on a break from making the best webcomic of all time. P.S. Norris is still fighting in court to keep the rights to their own damn comic. What the fridge? Huh. See. Alex Norris created this book, a guide to feelings and relationships for everyone. The art is more elaborate and more square than the in webcomic name. Wonder what that rights to their own damn comic. I want legal system, I swear. The Infinite Weight and Other Stories, in between her book about being drunk and her book about getting sober. Wirtz came out with this book, which is probably my favorite of hers. 3 autobio stories. The first covers her work life. The second, her lupus and how it led her to comics. And the third is how a short love letter to her hometown library. Aw, recommended. Newish movies I've dug on lately. The Holdovers, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I love that movie so much. I adore that movie. Oh. And American Fiction. Let me know if you want me to advertise your thing, or might do it even though if you don't want me to. After all, this zine goes out to almost 20 people. P.S. Found a job. Oh, congratulations. Cool. So it's kind of like, it's kind of review, it's kind of perzine, it's kind of life update newsletter. Oh, such a mix. I like it. And then we have the next one. Due to technical difficulties, this issue is brought to you in glorious hand lettering with no spell check either. Okay, so I read through that one. I'll show you this one. And I'll just show you. And yeah, just like, I'll put all the details in the bits and bobs. Elias has a Ko-fi. And again, meditation funnies are free. Which is... blows my mind quite a bit, but oh my goodness me, here we are at the end of another Happy Mail Monday, and the last Happy Mail Monday of May, and I'm not ready for it. I am not here for it. Alas, time does not care whether you're here for it or not. It marches on regardless. So here we are. Thank you again so much to everyone for all of the things, like all of the mail. As Elias said, sending mail 9,000 miles away, it costs the monies, and that's really unfortunate because the monies are tight for a lot of people. So obviously I never want anybody to get into any sort of strife in an effort to send me zines. So yeah, please don't stress out about it if you are in any way stressing out about it. Yeah, I don't like side ramble. Didn't mean to. The sun has just decided to make an appearance. It was like overcast, and now it's like sun, and there's more clouds rolling. Anyway, so sorry about any weird lighting changes. But anyway, thank you so much to everyone. Again, like as always, check the bits and bobs, because yeah, lots of cool things to check out, cool people to get to know, connect with, trade with, calls for submissions and all of that good stuff. So yes, I will wrap it up there, because oh my goodness me. And yeah, I think I need to I don't know if you can hear it yet, but there's there's a tightness that comes to my throat when it's like, I'm gonna leave you soon if you keep talking. So it's a good thing that we have all the mail. So thank you once again to everybody who sends me mail, who watches and likes and does the things. I still feel so weird. Please like and subscribe. But you know, like everybody else does it. Why do I feel weird? Anyway, random tangent. Okay. So all over the place. Anyway, thank you so very much, everyone. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate you talking to me. I appreciate you talking to each other. I appreciate being able to show all the mail. I so love when I see, oh, I saw this person on Zines and we did a trade. Like that makes me so friggin' happy, like truly. So yeah, until next time, make some zines, read some zines, show off some zines, appreciate them, and connect with other zine makers, have some fun, stay cool or warm depending on your hemisphere and your weather, and spread a little sunshine. Another beautiful stack of beautiful zine mail. I'm lucky. I'm really lucky. I appreciate you. Yes, you. You think, oh no, she's talking, yeah, I'm talking to my phone, but I'm talking to you. I appreciate you. I'm not good at being a prompt pen pal or even a prompt emailer, as most people who have tried to email me know, or who have emailed me for a response. But anyway, I appreciate you. Just so you know, I appreciate you.